Do you have these eyebrows where they're really light? You want to bring them out, but you don't want to put too much effort into penciling your eyebrows. I'm going to show you a technique that you might have not thought about, and I'm going to show you how to fill them in without putting too much effort. And there's an area on her eyebrows that might be yours as well that I want you to focus more on. If you have narrow face, especially right up at the temple where it's receding. As we age, that's where it does recede and the brows fall down a little bit. So I'm going to show you how to bring that up. So stick around, because you know what? This might be your brow that you've been needing to adjust. Hey everybody, it's Jasmine, your brow expert. Thank you so much for joining me. So like I said, today will be about very light eyebrows and bringing them out without putting too much effort, because that's what I'm here for. I'm here to show you guys how to fill in the eyebrows, how to maybe shape the eyebrows, but without putting that much effort, because it takes a long time to fill in the eyebrows, right? At least for some of us. For me, it's eyelashes. It takes me forever to get that done in the morning. Anyway, so I'm going to show you a couple of tricks, something that you might have not thought about. As I said earlier, I've been shaping eyebrows for over 25 years at the Anastasia Beverly Hills Salon. So if some of you are new to this channel, welcome to the brow world. If you're ever in the neighborhood, come by and see me and I will give you the best eyebrows. She actually, I didn't say this earlier, she actually has been going through chemotherapy and has grown out her eyebrows. So these are just little pieces coming out and they are actually there. I did shape them a little bit, waxed some of the fuzz off around the eyebrows. So it creates a little bit of a thicker look. So you'd be surprised if you do see some eyebrow hair and there is some fuzz around it and you haven't tweezed, you'd be surprised how much of that eyebrow you can bring out. But she is also having some issues with the temples right up there. Again, as we age, ladies and gentlemen, we do have this area that goes in and then the brows towards the end just kind of go down. So I'm going to show you a technique that you might have not seen where you lift that up. Stick around. You're going to want to see this. And let's get to the model. So like I said, she's got eyebrows. It's actually just been waxed around so that all the fuzz is taken off. And so you can actually see the eyebrows. Well, she can see the eyebrows too, which is very important. Okay, so if you have light eyebrows like this and you're not quite sure where to get started, putting something around the eyebrows can actually help, meaning outlining the eyebrows can really help filling in the eyebrows. So when you use something like this, which I will be using on myself as well, because I use myself as a model, but I'm not going to go as crazy on me. But yeah, I want you to see how I hold the pencils. So here I'm going underneath the eyebrows and I'm following the natural brow line, meaning if you see your brows, you just want to let it go glide underneath the hair. So as you can see, the brows are actually already coming to life. You actually can see that on myself as well. You know, I have an old brow tattoo that I usually cover up with the concealer, but today I didn't put any concealer on. This is just an old tattoo. Anyway, so underneath is very important, right? As you can see right here, even on myself, just doing this right here and not here, you can already see, okay, well, she's got eyebrows, right? Not as prominent as here. So that's why this is really important, right? You don't have to use this, but you can use some sort of concealer if you feel like you're wanting a little bit more of a pop. Now look at this, right above the brows. I'll do this side as I'm doing the other side, meaning above the eyebrows. So I went above the eyebrows. Very important again, because we're outlining the eyebrows with a highlighter. Now this is a Pro Pencil, which is an eyeshadow base. I love using this as a highlighter and just kind of using it as like a concealer stick, really. So above the eyebrows as well. I'm going to just do this side really quickly. Kind of went in a little dip here. Look at this compared to that side. Now I'm going over it with a brush 18. Now I'm just smoothing it out. You don't have to, but at this point, you can actually shape your eyebrows this way, right? You're looking at her eyebrows going, wow, it just, keep in mind, I have no pencil on these eyebrows yet. So I'm just basically going over and just shaping the eyebrows with the concealer and this brush. Again, no pencil, no makeup yet. So, and you don't have to get this so perfect right now. You could actually go back to this after you're done with the pencil. on this client, I'm using the Brow Wiz pencil in ash brown, which is usually a color for me as well, but I'm going to go really dark on myself just so that you can see the color. The Brow Wiz is just really easy. She's got small face with the tiny, with the smaller eyebrow. So that's why I like this. Now I turn the head over just so that you can see that the outside, she actually got, it looks like she has makeup on now. On the eyebrows, that is. The ends, I'm keeping it kind of short. I don't want to be too long because remember, her temples right here, I don't know if you can see it right now, but her temples are receding right over here. So it's dragging the ends down a little bit if I went really long. So, and she didn't have really she didn't have hair towards the end there anyway. So I told her, you know what, you're already ahead of the game in a natural lift because the ends being too long, that would drag it down. So notice that I'm going on the outside above the brows, right? I first touch that because sometimes the first pressure can be a little darker and heavier. And so by doing this right out here really helps. And again, it's all about going above and a brow lift. So by staying above the brow line, see that? What I'm doing is actually going right at that highlighter and where the hairs are, which makes it so much easier. And over on this side, you notice that I'm just laying the pencil sideways and above, sideways and above. That way, if you're not like poking your eyebrows, because then you put too much pressure. You want to put light pressure with light scratches. So again, you're just going above this way, okay? So what I'm going to do is, again, going right outside here, right outside that outer corner, and then above, 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 above. Notice again, I'm laying the pencil down. I'm going, you could do sideways as long as the pencil's laying down. So you could keep the roundness of the pencil as well. So I'm going right at the edge of the brows and that highlighter. Okay. And again, right here, sideways, 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 sideways. On this side, I'm doing a different technique so I can show you there's another way of doing the front. Now here is I slow this down because I want you to see, again, on that side of the eyebrow, there's a little bit more of a gap compared to the other side. You can see that gap right there in that white outline. The reason why there's a gap there is because she doesn't have hair there, right? Not as much as the other side at that corner. But I'm very careful in drawing the ends, and I'm careful not going too far down. Now I'm just kind of wiggling the colors inside that area. Notice I'm focusing mostly on the outside. Again, I'm laying, now if you're right-handed, this is how you can hold the pencil this way. You could lay it down this way. See how I'm holding the pencil? This is why it's so important that I'm the model too. Okay, so hold it here, lay it, going this way. At this point, once I've laid enough pencil back and forth, I'm going back with the brush 18, which is why I say don't worry about getting it so perfect. And you notice that there wasn't that much penciling. Now, right in that area where I want a little bit more, after you've done the blending, you can go right at the ends and just go a little bit darker. The clear brow gel actually is important here. Now look at this before and after. Big difference, right? Subtle kind of application, but a big difference. I'm just going over it with my brush 18 and just cleaning it up. And at this point, that's when you really could get in there and clean up the concealer. But you notice that I barely had to do much effort. Not on me as much because I have that old brow tattoo, but on this client. This person didn't, you notice that I didn't just drag the pencil up and down and like do this. It was just a lot of just light touches and light scratches because of that highlighter. That is the trick. So if you haven't tried this, please, I encourage you to try this. Now, if you have darker skin, obviously that's when you want to go into a darker foundation or like a concealer if you have. That will be perfect because if you use a really good foundation or concealer, especially a foundation that matches perfectly with your skin, that's when you can go around the eyebrows first with something like this, the brush, and then outline the eyebrows. But you know what? When you just put it on the skin underneath and above, it'll just glide on and you're following the natural shape. So try that out, and I hope that works out for you. So I hope this tip helped you out. Please let me know if it did. Give me a like if you like this video, and definitely subscribe if you haven't done so already. I believe that anyone can use this tip. If you have a darker skin, please use your favorite foundation, go around the eyebrows. Try that out and see if it works with that brush 18. If you have skin tone like mine or lighter, it would probably be very beneficial if you have very thin eyebrows, if you have very sparse eyebrows, if you have very light, like very fine hair eyebrows. Try this technique out. And this is a good way for you to practice in filling in your eyebrows, because maybe eventually you will need to do the highlighter first, or you just need to do the highlighter underneath. So there are different ways to do this, and I hope that you will find your way, with my help, of course. So again, let me know. All the products will be in the descriptions, and they will be tagged so that way you can quickly purchase it, which will help me. And so thank you. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you guys right back here.